Hey, welcome back to the Milton Daily Homes Show. This is probably like episode 1300, something crazy like that. We have 14 listings. There's one on the Oakville board, but it's kind of like bad pictures on Tremaine. Nothing special. So let's talk about these 14. I've only got a couple things to say. It's actually been a pretty quiet week for like awesomeness, so we've got to pick and choose what's good and what's not. First up is 1479 Maple, number 110, 289. Now, if you remember, for 279, we had the 1-bedroom plus den or the 2-bedroom that was listed for less than this. So I think that this one being 200 square feet less, I don't know if it has legs in this kind of price range. It's not bad looking inside. First floor sometimes takes a penalty, I guess, because of a perceived security risk, but I don't really feel like that's much of an issue. I don't feel like you're living in the hood. I don't feel like there's any risk of theft or break-ins or anything like that. And you have the car wash, which is an often overlooked part of this condo. Comparing to what else is out there, this seems high. Next up is Hanson. I just had to with the street name. Anyway, Sandpiper layout, a little bit under 1,500 square feet, which means this price is pretty good for that size of home. I find that this area is very small, and so you've got a pass-through, you have an opening in the kitchen, and these are the kind of things that sometimes people don't know unless they live here or they've seen a bunch of them. But look where the TV is. It's kind of off on the side because there's really no good place to put it. If you put it on this wall here, where are you going to put your couch? You can't put it here, can't put it there. It's a really tough layout to arrange just because it's so narrow and skinny versus some of the other wider lot homes. I mean, this is a 21-foot wide lot. The finishes are nice, beautiful home. I find the bedrooms are a little bit small, but that's personal taste. And you'll see something like the croft side later in the episode that to me represents just a better layout for arranging furniture. Okay, Jelinek, you'll notice I have the calculator up. Why do we do that? Because this one has a tenant. If you look here, buyer must assume tenant until September 30th, 2017. I don't know why you'd sell a home with a tenant inside. It doesn't make any sense. The tenant's even willing to extend to September 2019. You can't kick a tenant out. If they have a lease on a property, you can't do anything about it. You can't say, hey, look, this is for me. You need to get out. Although, I shouldn't say that because by mutual consent, anything can happen. If they did want to leave and you wanted them to leave, I guess you could make that happen. But the point is you can't force a tenant to leave a home if they have a lease in place. If they're on month to month, if they're not in a lease, then you can do that with 60 days notice, provided it's owner occupied or family. So here's the thing. Look at this from a numbers perspective. $549. Let's just say you put 20% down on this, which would be $110,000. Which would so if we said $549 minus 110 gives you a mortgage of $439. Right now, for $100,000 of money. Mortgages right now are going for maybe about $450, $460 a month. So if I times this times 460, I'm just moving decimals around for simplicity. That's your mortgage payment 2019. Plus you've got taxes, $3,000 a year, divide by 12, that's about $250. You have just upkeep and all the rest of it. So they're paying $1,675. Your costs are probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like between $2,200 and $2,500 a month. So it's a terrible investment property. And this is what I say to people all the time. Milton is a great place to live, but it is not a place for good investment real estate. It's just not. The values are too high given what you can rent these places for. So McDermott Way, 23.33 is only a few feet bigger than Hanson. However, it's to me, the layout just opens up many more options, because now you don't just have a long skinny room, you have a dining room plus a kitchen plus a family room. And so you can see a TV can be put here, a couch is there, you can put a couch on this wall here, you can put the TV on this wall, you can do a couch and a couch. There are so many different options, and this is actually smaller than the other one, but it's just the way that the rooms are set up and the layout. And 2 or 3 feet on lot size makes a dramatic difference in just how a house is laid out. So finished basement here. We have seen this model with a finished basement sell even as high as $570, $580. Last year you could buy this home pretty much for like less than $500,000, but welcome to 2016. So when we talk about value, typically we look at you're either in the game or you're in what we call no man's land, which is you're a little bit high, but it's possible you could sell it. And then there's no chance land, which is where 917 Yeates lives. It's an 1,800 square foot home with a finished basement. This model with a finished basement has sold in the 7s, but this does not look like the one that sold. It's not bad inside, but I just don't think they've got the legs to be up around the 730 range, although I've been surprised a few times by some of the single car detached sales that have happened this year. I just don't think it has that impression that you need at this size to be up in this price range. And then finally we have French Gardens, $799.9. I would say that this is one of my own personal favorite streets. If you look at French Gardens on a map, it kind of bends around a park, and there's a park right there. It's a good school district. It's good, solid, like just neighbors. Like if you go on the street during Christmas, you'll see almost everyone has Christmas lights. And that to me speaks to the feel of a neighborhood and what people do and how they care about their homes. This is a Scotswood. It's 2355 square feet. You've got a front living dining room, and then you have a family room plus kitchen. And then upstairs there's 4 bedrooms. It's just a nice layout. You'll see there's a couple kind of dated elements here that happened just with the age of the home. I mean, this home is probably, I would guess, like 12, 13 years old. Maybe plus a year or two on that, but I think it's around 12 or 13. So check the age of the roof, the furnace, and air conditioning. Those are the things that typically happen quickly on these ones. And so upstairs, they actually have 3 bedrooms instead of 4. I still think that with the location, with the size of this home, $799 is a good price, and I think they're going to do well, especially because of where it is. So there we go. That's the list. If you have any questions or if you want to see any of these homes in person, reach out to us. Let us know. We are here to help you, and come to the buyer class on Saturday, and you can find out more at miltonbuyerclass.com. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.